Good morning. Barn renos have started. Things got intense and crazy, so I'm just gonna kind of walk you through what went on. Well, the craziness happened. Day one, birds went out Thursday night, and the next morning we came, hauled out all that manure that was left in there, and so that was a full day, basically screwing around, putting water in the pits, just trying to get as much out as we could. Next day, we got all the belts out. We have all the water lines out. That's the feed intake auger. Those are the wood that was hanging on, so carts wouldn't hit the housing system. So then we started tearing out the housing system. It's gone. It is no longer in here. After we took all the feeding and all those water lines out, I broke all the feed chains in sections down the aisleways. Oh, in here there used to be, it was an A-frame style. It was just so crazy. I was gonna show you us moving manure and all that fun stuff because it wasn't fun, but we got it done. Well, we'll get to the other end here. Let's get to the other end. Hey, this is the old barn here. So this barn originally was built in the 60s or 50s. I'm not 100% sure. It's pretty old, but it's in really good shape. Like, you can still see this A-frame. I don't know what kind of paint they used back then, but there's like no rust on that. Like, that is still very solid. This is a very sound barn, so that's why we're going to retool this barn and put a new housing system in. So yes, tearing the housing system out. There it is. Scrap bin's full. Here's the pile. I was running this 210. That's the Chad's. And this is Chris DeWitt's Mini. He would actually just stay in there. He would grab that system. He would just pull it out. I would pull it out. I would give her the smushy. Actually, I'm just going to show you quick short clips right now of what went on. They're not very good. They're quick. They're on my cell phone. Like I said, didn't have a lot of time. So first scrap bin's full. My job is to crush them and stack them, pull them the rest of the way out. It's a little slow. I'm only using one hand here. This is what I'm doing. Okay, here are the old pits. We're just kind of moving concrete around, finding out what's underneath, what grandfather poured. 1 inch of concrete, that's what we expected. Okay, so we're kind of up to speed. We obviously have things pulled out. So I'm gonna go through I'm gonna start with what I actually liked about this barn, and then I'm gonna go into what I hated about this barn. So what I liked about this barn, it was naturally ventilated. Actually, there was just 3 chimney fans in the beginning for ventilation, and you leave these doors open. And then we went to this one big fan, a bunch of years ago, just to kind of help eliminate, just to make it nicer in here, because obviously the manure was in this barn. So anyway, so as for a standpoint, this barn made money. So you can see I don't have any lights on. There's lots of light in here. So in this time of year, I'm in a t-shirt. It's cool this morning, so actually these doors will be open. Not one fan will be running. Not one light will be running. So as efficiency, this barn, well, it was very efficient because it didn't cost anything to run, except for when the ag system started going. So that was pretty sweet. That's what I liked about it, and that's about the only thing I liked about it. What I hate about this barn, so it was an A-frame style system. The manure was in this barn all the time, so it does not smell good in here at all compared to my other barn over there. This is what I've been dealing with over the years. In '99, we redid this system to the system what's in here was in here. My grandfather, my dad had a dispute. My dad wanted to put a dry manure system in here, so it'll be right up to date and a lot fresher. And if it would have been that system, I don't know if I would be changing it today because it would have just been a lot nicer to work in. Anyways, it doesn't matter. To now, we are going to go with a dry manure system. The housing system is going to, I think I've said this in the past, but we're going to say it again. It's going to have perches, it's going to have a laying nest, it's going to have water, food, it's like a little party room. They're going to be happy. They're supposed to produce, well, actually, to be honest with you, it's actually really hard to beat this system, because this system, they always ran at like 9%, 98%. I mean, it was phenomenal for what this was, and I think a lot of people were more surprised in the industry when I said how good these birds ran. Anyway, so we are going to, well, I guess we'll just kind of walk around. So yes, these are walkways. Originally, this was the original walkway down here, and then they figured out, because whether I said this earlier or not, I'm rambling. This was one of the, I think this was the second bought housing system in Ontario. So it was kind of trial and error. So that little lip, well, let's just get in here. Like that would be like a foot maybe. I don't have a measuring tape, but so they ended up pouring the second aisleway so we can handle more manure in this barn, because well, you would only have enough storage for, I think, maybe 2 months in the beginning. So then we could handle maybe 6 months, depending. I mean, that was the plan. I mean, sometimes it got a little tight, but anyways, here. So when we were moving manure, it would just get pulled right to the front, and their big pit is in the front. We'll get to it. So we pull a blade, we bring it, we're gonna leave, we gotta go get a magnet, gotta go through that stuff that can't go in the manure, because it's gonna go in the field. We gotta kind of figure out what we're gonna do with that aspect. So there's still a bunch of dry manure in here. We got to scoop that out before we fill this pit in. Anyway, so yeah, it would just come to the front, it would scoop out. There's a wooden hatch there, that's where it would suck it out of here. So as a biosecurity standpoint, it wasn't very good to be doing that, because you were always, well, you were just allowing stuff to come into your barn that you don't want in the barn. But that's what I had to deal with, and I want to show you what we were dealing with, because as I said in the past, it's important for you to see where we've been to where we're going and what we are doing today, because we are always trying to make things better in this industry. It doesn't matter if it's cropping or animal welfare, any type of farming, we're just trying to make it better for you. So anyways, I'm just going to, this will be a little bit of a longer video. When Chris gets here, we'll start showing you us breaking the concrete. We're gonna start taking it out of here, putting it in a pile. We got to deal with all that stuff. And yeah, this will probably be a couple-week video, maybe 1 week. I mean, I've already seen, I think I've wrecked 5 minutes just talking. So I don't want it to be a super long video, so we'll get into it. Okay, we are half cleaned up. Taking all this out, piling outside. We're gonna deal with it later. Maybe crush it into some smaller chunks of the gravel. We'll see what we're gonna do with it. Just need to get out of here for now. While we're cleaning this, it's kind of my job. I'm kind of managing this side of the farm. Owen right now, he is washing barns with Wes and Mike, because we got the babies that are supposed to come in this barn when it's done. So we gotta get them started to grow, and we gotta get their new house ready to be lived in. So it's definitely busy times. I'll get some video of us in washing the barn, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. I don't know. It's actually been crazy busy. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure where I'm at on making this video, but it's been basically about our barn Renos. So what we're doing right now is we're side dressing corn. I'll show a couple clips of that. So what's going on is we're putting down extra nitrogen in between the row. So it's a coulter, it's slicing that soil, and we're putting this direct stream of 28% down. We're putting about 30 gallons down per acre. I don't do a lot of my acres this way, but we are going to do some just to do it, to test. So that is a 13 shank side dresser. So you can see right here we haven't gone. So Owen's going to turn around, and that shank is going to come right back down into this row. So the outside rows are putting down half the rate that the rest of the rows are putting down. Actually, the corn is starting to look pretty good. You can see if you are in Ontario, I think a lot of places, you know, we were in a drought. I think we had 4 tenths since August 27th. to what a rain. Well, till June 10th, I think we started getting the rain. No, 11th. Doesn't matter. We just got the rain, so that was a huge savior. So the corn is starting to look good. It was starting to go a bit yellow. Some spot you can see other areas where some stuff wasn't coming up in for soybeans in certain fields. But actually, as a whole, I have been pretty happy with our personal crops. They all looked really good. I got obviously a couple spots you're not super happy with, but for a whole, for the weather that we've been getting, we've been happy. And yeah, so since we got the rain, we're putting a little extra nitrogen down. So I think I haven't picked up this camera in a few days. Our housing system is all out, scrapped. We are getting prepped today to pour concrete tomorrow, and we'll be pouring concrete for the next few days in stages. That's going to be the next video. All the other things we've been doing is spraying, getting control of our weeds, and yeah, now we're side dressing. So this is how I'm going to end the video. Make sure you like, subscribe. It's just been crazy busy. My head's in a bajillion spots right now. I just got back from the barn. We had our housing system people come today. We just wanted to make sure that my contractor and them were on the same page, exactly how we're pouring concrete, because I'm going to put a crown in the floor so water runs to the outside for washing, because I'm the guy who washes it. We're having a tunnel that we're going to run so we can put our manure belt in, so we have to make our manure get to the manure storage. So we got to make sure all the measurements are correct there. So everybody's been happy. Then I just had the electrician show up today. We talked about we have to bring in a 400 amp service to supply this new system. We just had a meeting with MFA about our ventilation system. That has to get all finalized. Make sure so everything's in stock. We're just getting everybody, make sure everybody's on the same page and talking. Oh, and we just got back from a tractor pull meeting, just finalizing a couple things. That's coming right up too. So busy times. Here he comes. Here we go. There it is. No screwing around. Grab the gears. So yeah, make sure you like, subscribe. Peace. Have a good one.